Blitz Freight will be the third map in the series between Rise Nation and Excellence. You just saw Rise go up 2-0 after winning Octane Search and Destroy. They're down 4-1 at one point in that game. We're able to bring it back, winning it 6-5 all the way to round 11. And I gotta say, man, I love that more teams are playing Freight Blitz. You know, in the beginning stage of this game, everyone's like, you know what, man, I ain't too confident in my team. I'm just gonna go ahead and veto Freight. But if you got cojones, if you got confidence in your team, this is the Blitz map you want to play.
And for those of you who don't know what cojones is, it's testicles.
Yes, in Spanish.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't like Spanish. I can't speak it. But I really think this game type really shows a lot of teamwork. But more importantly, it shows how confident you are in your gun skill.
Yes.
And I've never seen Rise, when I casted them, ever lose this game type. So if I was Excellence, I would probably veto it. But, you know, the problem here with the veto system is that, you know, a lot of teams think their best game type is better than another team's best game type if it's the same game type. Whereas I would probably veto my best game type if someone else is really good at it as well.
Yeah.
And take a 50-50 map.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm that guy that vetoes Freight Blitz.
Huh?
I'm that guy that vetoes Freight Blitz.
Oh, yeah. I'm the guy who vetoes Freight Blitz and Strike Zone Dom every time.
I'm the guy that wants to play Octane Blitz.
Yeah.
Just so I could flood the map with smokes. Just sneak around the map. I don't ever want to find you. I don't want you to shoot at me. I just want to go over to your goal and score.
Dude, that's exact. Like, people rely so, like, this map, I mean, there's COD is hour by hour, literally game by game. Well, actually, no, I would say it's technically hour by hour. I think because that's about a best of 5 series. So that hour, there's a lot that can happen in that time. So I don't know. I would go with Octane Blitz, the Octane Doms. I would play that. I would not do Freight Blitz, man.
Now, I still have nightmares about playing against Rise on this map. It was Wheat's host, and I think on the first side of Blitz, he dropped something like 28 kills on us. So
that sucks.
Whenever somebody does that consistently to me, I'm just like, yeah, I'm never going to play. Oh, Looney just ran right over that guy.
That's a good play. That is a very, very good play. It looked like he might have even called him out to his teammate, but I doubt it. I don't think he saw him on his screen. But already, I mean, when you get a cap and then you see 3 members go down and your teammates still are pushing, that's good. But as you can take a look here, Rise is always going to continue to flood red. They're always going to send one guy there, and that's going to be the sneaker. Other than that, everyone's going to flood front Owens. That's all you want to do. You want to cause as much chaos as possible.
Yeah, and you got to be careful whenever you're flooding through red because you don't want to mess with the spawns too much. So it's important that you're constantly communicating with your team and always making sure that you know when the players on the other team are about to spawn up. Obviously, off respawn, go ahead, push right through red, try to catch them off spawn, get some easy spawn kills. But Saint on your screen, he's going to go ahead and slide that one right in. But Freight is a map on both sides. You're able to just get some filthy spawn traps going. And if you're able to lock those down, you can guarantee yourselves 3-4 caps, and you're about to see Rise get one tap here.
That was so backwards what just happened right there. Excellent. I mean, you basically just watch Rise not try to do a bait. Like, they tried to do a bait and switch, but it was like, okay, one guy go, then he dies, and then I'm going to be a split second after that. You flood it. Just flood it. And that's a much better scenario. But Excellence, I mean, they're doing a good job here. It's 5-4, 2 minutes left on the clock. Snipe down 3 and 6. Safe to say, if he even does a little bit better than that, they should be able to win this game type on this side. So 3 and 6 is able to get a cap. They still have control, but even with control, they let a sneaker in, and that is heartbreaking.
Yeah, I like that nobody's going underground. This is a map where you don't see many, you don't see much sneaking happen. It's a lot of gunfights, as you were saying earlier. But it's like that's still on your screen. He's gonna find one. That's gonna be Pac-Man with the knife. But take a look at this guy, Diabolic. He's 13 and 4. Also has 4 caps. He really does not want his team to lose.
Yeah, he's putting on for his city. He is. He's putting on. Snipe down is gonna go second level, and that's the Vector for you. If you guys wanted to know how the Vector does on land, it does the exact same as it does on land.
It's pretty good. But you saw everybody from Excellence, they spawned back red. They're like, man, it's not even worth trying to go rotate back. The other team's going to have superior position, so they decided to push up through red and cut off the front of their base, which I believe is the right play to make. Unfortunately, they weren't able to trade any caps, but despite that, it's only a 1-goal game.
Saint just literally double reloaded because he was absolutely anxious in trying to get that gunfight. They do not know that there's another guy up there. Oh, now they do. He should have probably had just a little bit. This guy's probably going to drop down here, and here comes the gunfight. This is a big battle, and he's going to lose it. Diabolic. He is playing amazing. So they do have control of their base, and now here comes the counter push.
Yeah, Diabolic will get cleaned up eventually. Wheat's now setting up mid-map, just waiting for someone to cross into his line of sight.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he spotted this guy over near B Domination. That's going to be an easy kill from him. But what I'm seeing from Excellence is they're not really focused on controlling white. I constantly see them pushing through red, pushing through crates, which that's where you go if you want to sneak, because you're able to jump into top wood. You're able to, push in through crates, maybe go around through the back door, whereas white is where you go if you want to get that spawn trap down.
It's crazy how at the beginning of this game, everyone was like not pre-firing, and now everyone realized like, oh, I got to hop this corner and pre-fire. And I wouldn't be surprised if at the next event we saw more silencers on MTARs in respawn. As weird as that sounds,
Drifter actually made a video about it.
Oh my god, just explain it.
The bullets do connect a little bit faster with the silent MTAR, so that's why you're seeing a lot of players use it, but I still prefer the Vector.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
for me, it depends. Right?
Anything with steady aim is going to be good.
Anything with steady aim, but I mean, as soon as you get quick draw with the Vector, you're God.
Yeah.
To be honest, like if you're setting up your specialist right, as soon as you grab quick draw, which I don't know what's the preferred order with sleight of hand to quick draw with the Vector.
So the thing is, quick draw is a 3-point perk, so it takes one more kill to get that in your specialist. I usually use sleight of hand first. I feel like that could help you guarantee more kills in the future to help you gain towards that specialist bonus. But good breakout from Excellence. 3 down right now for Rise Nation. It's going to be Cosmo pushing through red maybe. Not too sure why he opened that door. I feel like he kind of wanted to be sneaky, but they hear the door opening. Cosmo, medium range shot. He's going to be able to take down Wheats, but now Rise Nation, they know Cosmo's sneaking. And there you go. I like his movement.
Oh, wow. That guy read him. I did not expect Looney to pick that up at all. I thought that was a very, very good play. Snipe down out here. He comes on a Terra, is able to get 2. Opens up the front door, wraps around the back, which is the most standard
play to make
of all time, and he is crushing right now. There's one. Can he make it 2? His teammate cleans him up, but on the other side, Pac-Man gets killed by Wheats. This is going to make it a 2-on-2 scenario as they're coming off the respawn, and his team is able to score.
Yeah, Snipe Down just needs to hold his position, and I like to play from Rise, gotta say it. They're pushing all the way through red. They're going to cut off the front of their base. Snipe Down, he might be able to get this cap. Okay, so Rise, they limit it to 2. In a situation where they could have been spawn trapped and completely just pinned back in their base, they're able to push up, trade a cap, and now they're kind of just fighting for mid-map control. Excellence may be a bit of a blunder by them. They could have potentially got a few more caps out of that, but right as it stands right now, it's 10-8 game, and they're down by 2 caps.
Now, this is going to be close. I mean, a 2-cap lead is nothing, but as you can tell, just look at the scoreboard here. I mean, Excellence is really starting to just pour it on them very, very, very hard. I mean, they're starting to slay with them. If accuracy can just step it up just a little bit, they will be able to pull this game out. But as it stands now, it's 10-8.
There are a lot of things you could do when you know that you're not having a good game. If I was Accuracy right now, I'd be trying to avoid a few gunfights. Clearly he's not winning them. Just try to play a bit more sneaky and more for the objective play. I tell my teammates, hey, you know what? I'm going to start working on the ground more. I'm going to start flanking all the way through red. Focus on just locking down the map for me, and I'm going to get these caps.
Yeah, and, I think it takes I think we're starting to see more selfless players now than we have in the past, but it takes a very, very special player to be like, okay, I traditionally slay, now how can I figure out how to do the objective? But in this game, it really turns...
Oh, wow!
This game really turns slayers into objective players because the slayers are pushing up on the base, and you're able to win those gunfights and then get a cap.
I feel like Evil Geniuses has a great understanding of that concept. You see everybody on that team putting in the objective, and they take turns going off for slaying. Let's go over to Diabolic. He's 25-17, lead slayer of the game. He's got 4 captures as well, but his team, they're down by 4 caps. Now, there are 2 minutes remaining in the game, and 4 caps on Freight is absolutely nothing. You get 1 good spawn trap going, you could easily reduce that deficit to 0.
Yep, and here comes Cosmos. They have 2 minutes, and trust me, you want to be guaranteed this spot. You do not want to have to fight through the loser's bracket, which I don't know what...
It's going to be a best of 3 when they get knocked down, too.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. It'll be a best of 3, and then if they win that one, then I think it'll be a best of 5 in the losers.
Oh, so they get knocked out and winners 7, and then they go to losers 8? I thought it was losers like 11, though.
Losers 11 is best of 5? You could be right on that.
Well, I know. I'm saying I think that's the play-in match. So, I mean, I think there's a lot of time in between that. But based on the people who aren't here, I don't think that's right. I don't know.
But Diabolic on your screen, he's going to be looking to get this capture. But at this point, Rise Nation, I don't think they're really too worried about defending their base. It seems like they're just overextending through red, just trying to trade caps. And as long as they do that for, maybe a minute more, they're going to win this game.
Oh, for sure. That's so tough about Blitz. Like, I watched it yesterday when I was casting with Wiz, and I was just like, man, like, when you have a lead on Blitz, it's very, very difficult, especially on Freight, just because you can OE whenever you want and just sit there and counter trade because there's nothing the enemy can do. There's
Yeah, especially
nothing.
since they're sending, what, like 2-3 guys. They're worried about locking down backwood and just locking down the spawn trap. And then you see the spawners, and you watch them run on the cross to red. You're like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
They're going for the trade.
Wait, which is, I think, is actually a lot better because turtling sucks. Because if you think about it, when you cap, you're basically coming on a respawn anyway, so you always want to overextend. But final 38 seconds here. It is Rise Nation's game to lose here. Diabolic trying to do everything he can. Everyone just jumping to his base. He has a guy in front of him, cleans him up, and now here comes the
Hey, when did
push.
Pac-Man get 30 kills?
I don't know. We were trying to watch Excellence as much as humanly possible to see if they can make the comeback, but I mean that is mathematically impossible right now. At the 21-second mark, and now we are going to see as Rise Nation will be our first team into the Season 3 playoffs.
Yeah, congratulations to them. I'm sure they're ecstatic over there. Plus, they're guaranteed themselves a bit of prize money, so they're going to walk home with money in their pockets. You got to give it up to them. Pac-Man 30-25. He's actually the only person on his team to go positive in that game.
Yeah. Oh, God.
That's crazy.
You know, that is a huge, huge win for them. I mean, they've literally deserved it more than anyone, like, to be honest.
I completely agree, but you got to get up to Excellence. They're not out of the tournament just yet. They've knocked out some big-name teams already, so if they're able to bounce back from this loss, maybe we could see them as one of the other teams that are going to qualify for the Season 3 league. But that does it for the first match of the day, guys. We're going to commercial break. When we come back, more action here from MLG Anaheim. We're casting the Season 3 playing tournament. Don't go anywhere.